Elizabeth. Here what our selector. Before we go into the message, we have to touch the place. And I can tell you something. Prime Minister leader, I love the vibes in St. Elizabeth. Despite the rain, despite the fact that it is a Saturday evening, a Saturday night, the people of St. Elizabeth appreciate the work of the Jamaica Labour Party government. Selector, you find a valiant. Make a mash up the place. Labour rights. How you feel?
Edited by
Labour rights. How you feel, Labour rights?
Me and girl them,
Lord God.
me and girl them bubblegum.
Hey.
Me and girl them bubblegum.
Labour rights.
Me and a bubble up.
Lord God. All right, selector, hold it.
Nice flag up.
All right, selector, we're going to run it back in about. You want no Labour rights? You know, I gave the selector the permission to select the tunes. I don't know when know about me. But if you want to chew me up. But Labour rights of St. Elizabeth. Labour rights of St. Elizabeth. Well, I'm going to be able to sell for 2 minutes. We know what Prime Minister look like bubblegum, but we don't want to throw out the Prime Minister. Lord God, man. He might have work for them. People don't be saying to the boss. But, Labour rights, let me tell you something. You know, I am connected to St. Elizabeth. Our leader and Prime Minister is connected to St. Elizabeth. In fact, both our fathers are from St. Elizabeth. Right? I'm going to give them the next half. Both our fathers are from the constituency of Northeast St. Elizabeth. My father is from Braze River, and our leader's father is from Goshen. Both our mothers are from St. Catherine. Both our mothers sat on the same bench at Barrack School, which is now Spanish Town Primary. And I'm not going to talk about the politics of our fathers and the politics of our mothers. But all I can say is that both our fathers found good labor rights. And I've never disclosed that. The Prime Minister never disclosed that before. But it is important that we put things into perspective. For the first time, labor rights in a long time, that we have 4 members of parliament representing the Jamaica Labour Party in the parish of St. Elizabeth. And I want to make mention of the 4 members of parliament that we have. From Southeast St. Elizabeth, we have Franklin Witter. Stand up, Frank. From our father's constituency, we have MP Slowly. Northeast. Of course, you know our MP, Floyd Green. We're moving forward with Green in Southwest St. Elizabeth. And the veteran that every time them say him go and lose, him win with a bigger margin, JC Hutchinson in Northwest St. Elizabeth. Now, Labourites, when you look at the quality of representation, the quality of our members of parliament, and what they are looking to put up to challenge our members of parliament in St. Elizabeth, I can tell you something. I have no doubt that our 4 members of parliament will be returned when our leader calls the next general election. Labourites, it is not about talking, it is about performance. When you look at what we have been able to achieve over the last 8 years, and more so over the last 4 years since we have gotten all the 4 constituencies in St. Elizabeth, I can tell you something, and I'm talking without water in my mouth, that it is the best level of representation that we have seen. Labourites, in July we experienced burial. It was a very difficult period in our time here in this term. And we cannot dispute that. But I can tell you something, the 4 members of parliament and this government, despite the many challenges and difficulties, stayed with the people, work with the people, and ensure that we are back on track. It was not an easy task. St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket of Jamaica. But I can tell you something, Labourites, that despite the challenges, what was evident was that the 4 members of parliament and councillors, don't leave them out, our councillors work together with the help of this government to ensure that we brought back things to normalcy as quickly as possible. But most importantly, Labourites, irrespective of the fact that your government worked, it was the resiliency of the people of St. Elizabeth that brought us back to where we are right now. And so, Labourites, I want us to big up the people of St. Elizabeth. You know something, Labourites? No government can work without the help of the people. And on behalf of this government, I want to say thank you to the people of St. Elizabeth for ensuring that our agricultural sector remain strong. To ensure that despite the hurricane, we were able to sustain ourselves as a country and as a people. That, Prime Minister, is a credit to the resiliency of the people of St. Elizabeth. Oftentimes we talk about St. Elizabeth, bring the bed basket, but you showed us what it is to really hold up Jamaica, not just only the people of St. Elizabeth. Now, Labourites, we have gone through 2 terms. We are completing 2 terms. We have done well. We have done well, Labourites. But we are at a critical juncture in the history of Jamaica. A point, Labourites, that we cannot take lightly. We cannot allow those guys over there who want to fight only for power, to turn back the hands of time to bring us back into depression. You have some people, labor rights, all they are concerned about is about getting power. Our politics is not about JLPA or PMPA. It's about Jamaica. And that is why labor rights, we have a leader that has elevated politics to choosing Jamaica above self. You have a party and members of parliament and councillors that have now elevated our politics to Jamaica. We cannot allow us as a country to go backwards. Your member of parliament from Southwest St. Elizabeth always have a saying, forward ever, backward never. And that labor right is something, we really have to think about. It is good for us to have these type of meetings and conversations. But we now have to take a stock of where we are. Are we willing to sacrifice all the gains that we have made just to allow some guys to get power? If you look at them labor rights under the PMP government, who benefited on a FinSac? We are no idiots, and we will not allow ourselves to be used again. Labor rights, when we come to these meetings, it's about socializing and having a good time. But I want to leave a message with you. We have the leader here, our Prime Minister, and other speakers. But in 60 seconds, I want us to just take a stock of where we are as a people. Oftentimes, we think about politics as one party against another, seeking power. But we are at a point where we have made the sacrifices over the years. We have a stable economy. We have record low unemployment. We have economic growth. We have infrastructure development. We have social programs running through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. We have agriculture, a proper infrastructure. But labor rights, hear what happened now. Are we willing? As a matter of fact, I'm not only speaking to labor rights, I'm speaking to Jamaica. Are we willing to turn back the hands of time? Are we willing, Jamaica, to put party over people? Are we willing, labor rights, to put a man ambition over Jamaica? That is the question that we must ask ourselves, and the question that must be answered. And so, labor rights, Jamaica, as we move forward, we have started the work. We have gone through 2 terms, but it is time for all now. As a matter of fact, PM, we are in an agricultural belt. And normally, a plant or a food go through 3 phases. The planting phase, the growing phase, and now the reaping phase. The first term of our Jamaica Labour Party government was the planting phase. The second term is now the growing phase. We must now ensure that we win the 3rd term to reap the benefit of moving our people from poverty to prosperity. Show our labor.